to be talking about Love is Blind. Okay? Come on in. Give y'all a moment to come on in and sit down. And we're going to talk about Love is Blind. Welcome back to my channel, All Things Mesia. My name is Tamisha. Okay, you guys, so I want to get comfortable, which I really don't be wearing makeup, but it's none on my face at all. Pretty sure you can tell. But I just want to come chill, relax, not even like care. This is a different type of this is an episode of Toxic Mesia, and we're gonna be talking about Love is Blind. Okay, come on in. Give y'all a moment to come on in and sit down, and we're gonna talk about Love is Blind. And I want you to comment down below and, you know, let me know your opinions on what I'm saying and how you feel about Love is Blind. Because I usually watch Love is Blind, but I'm more so of, I watch it after it's already out. Like once the internet start talking, and I'm like, oh, I want to see. Because once I went and start watching it, I kind of knew the wedding outcome. Only knew one person though, because I don't like follow behind anything like that. But it was only one person wedding I know. I didn't even know that only 2 people went to the altar. I didn't find that out until almost up to the wedding. Me and a friend was discussing something, and then she said, and I was like, I didn't even know that. But anyway, because at that point it was only 3 left, because I knew but everybody else, but at that point it was only 3 left, and I thought it was gonna be those 3, but then found out it was only 2 people that got to the altar. But anyway, let's get into Love is Blind, right? I'm gonna go from each couple that, you know, made it with the proposal. The first one, which they didn't last long, Brittany and I may say names wrong, I'm not sure, but Brittany, I think it was Brittany and Kenneth. And with them, short-lived. I think, cause see, you know, by them powers, you're really only you're attracted to a voice. So, you know, a voice can turn you on. You know what I'm saying? And then once a face get matched and all that stuff, it can be a little bit different. With them, I mean, because I already saw the review and all that stuff, I think they were better, you know, how they are like friends and cool and all that kind of stuff. But I know for me with them, when they came back into the real world and that editing, like those people were wrong for that, but he was on that phone. That was crazy. Like, I understand you're a principal. I understand you were away for so many weeks or whatever, and the people need you. I get that. But when that girl was talking, put your phone down. And it was like she was talking, but you were still down in your phone. Come on. Like, you know. And the thing about it is, because like I said, I don't really know a lot of stuff. Like I said, me and a friend was talking, and she was saying some things that she saw with people saying about him, you know, saying he go the other way and all that kind of stuff. And it said that he didn't care or whatever. He was like so nonchalant about it and all that kind of stuff. See, people have to understand, and that goes back to when somebody when something happened to someone's family member or whatever, and somebody like, oh, they like with DC Young Fly with his girlfriend or whatever she was to him, but the mother of his children, right? He come on the internet because he laughing or smiling. Oh, he can't do that. He should be sad. No, people have their own time when they're sad. Even like in a reunion, what Kenneth said, he said, I called Clay. I was a mess. But just because he didn't show that on camera, that doesn't mean that he didn't go through some type of roller coaster emotions. Like, so people gotta cut that out. Because when she was telling me that, I was like, what? Because like for me, I done been through situations where something happened and my first response is just like, honestly, I think I'd be like in more shock and in disbelief. And then as time go on, hours go on, days go on, I'm like, really? You know what I'm saying? Like, so this what we doing? You know, type of thing. So that first initial reaction sometimes is not there. And I think that's what it was to him. I wouldn't say that he didn't care or anything like that. It was what it was. You got to respect how people feel. You can't make somebody do anything, you know? So with them, short-lived, that was that. They didn't even meet family or anything like that. Cool. You know, let's not even waste nobody's time. Let's just go ahead and get this out the way. And then, Who else? Well, you already know what was Johnny and Amy. They were just smitten from day one. Like, they just, everything was everything with them. They were good. They were going to go. Only thing they were talking about was like the whole birth control thing and all that stuff. That was the only thing they kind of only had like a topic about on the show. Because other than that, if they didn't talk about that, they would have been like perfect, you know, for the scenario. Like, they didn't argue. They didn't have anything. The only thing you always saw them talk about was the birth control thing. That was it. And that's not really anything. Like, we can communicate and we can come to an agreement and we can move forward or whatever. And of course, like I said, it's over. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen it. And my title is going to be Love is Blind and all that stuff. So if you haven't seen it, it wouldn't be best to click on the video, you know. But I'm pretty sure everybody who's watching me probably already seen it, or want to just hear my opinion, don't even care, or don't even care to watch it, you know, type of thing like that. And that's cool as well. But I don't want to say like I'm spoiling anything, because my title is going to literally say Love is Blind review, Love is Blind thoughts, you know, whatever like that. So yeah. But even with the reunion, you know, they don't work that out. Nobody got on birth control, didn't have a vasectomy, so they're doing what they got to do. Because I'm like, that is not a real big issue, because there's a lot of ways around not being on birth control or not having a vasectomy. You know, it's willpower with a lot of things of certain actions of what you have to do, but that's not an issue. But that was the only thing with them, so they were good. Well, I'm going to say who else, but oh, I forgot about oh my gosh, I think I'm gonna get his name wrong. It was Laura and what is his name? I can't remember, but it was Laura. I can't remember the guy's name. I'll probably insert it, but the Laura and the other guy who, you know, it was two people in the love triangle, and he, well, no, three. Well, not so much AD, because that kind of got cut short fast, but it was two. But with Laura and I think it was Sarah, with that, but Laura and the other guy, for me, when I was watching it, they were in the pods, I really thought he would have kind of picked Sarah, because Laura was just so strong and so, you know what I'm saying? She used to always talk about how he dressed. She used to talk to him like he was a child, for one. But, you know, sometimes opposites attract. So, you know, hey. But it didn't work out, clearly. He was, you know, wanted to see what it was with Sarah, and especially how Laura was acting. And then Sarah sent that message. Let me go back to old Sarah, right? For me, and people was like, oh, that's the kind of girl. They weren't it wasn't a friend, you know, you trying to get your friend man. Well, we all went in that experience together. We all talked to these people for weeks. We all built some type of connection, emotion, love, all that kind of stuff. So what Sarah did by sending that man a message, it was up to him to respond to it. It was up to him to think, because she had feelings for him. Like she said, I did all this as soon as I got back. Like, I know he picked you and all that kind of stuff, but I still want to see what's out there, because I would hate for, because they're like, oh, well, if he got married to her. Yo, if he got married to her and he wanted to see what Sarah, you know, whatever, and they got a divorce or whatever, but I didn't see anything wrong with what Sarah did. Some people said me personally, I didn't see anything wrong with what she did, because it wasn't you talking to your friend's man. We all built a connection. Like, you were talking to this man up until the last day. So come on, you know? So no, sorry if y'all hear the dog, because my neighbor be having a dog in the front yard, and it's just like right here. And I do apologize if y'all hear this dog barking. It's so annoying. But anyway, yeah, so you could comment down below and let me know, but my opinion, I didn't see nothing wrong with what Sarah did. Now, granted, them talking up until 5, 6 in the morning, that's a hell no. That you lost me there. You lost me there. Like, I almost want to stop. Jeez. Anyway, I'm sorry. But, yeah, now you lost me with that talking in the car up until 5 and 6 in the morning. that was a no-no for me. Like, y'all, if you was seeing her, you talk, but you still get home at a decent hour. Y'all going in the park and talking for hours and all that kind of stuff. If you was going to cut off with Laura, cut it off with Laura, and then you go and pursue whatever, because Laura was whatever. But to talk to her and them in that car for hours, no, I didn't agree with that. But to send him that message, like, after she got back, if that's what she wanted to do, I didn't see it was a problem, but that's just my opinion, and everybody's not going to agree. So yeah, but you can comment down below and let me know with that. But yeah, but I don't know why he picked Laura, honestly, because Laura just they just didn't mesh well. But I did respect Laura, like when it was in the pods and like Sarah would talk and all that kind of stuff. Laura didn't she didn't say anything. She just let her talk. She didn't try to say like, oh, da da da. I mean, they knew they were talking to the same dude, but she didn't try to rub down her face, so she didn't try to say anything what they were talking about. And I respect her for that, because now I'm about to go, because I was going to save them for last, but I'm going to bring them next because about what I just said with Laura. AD and Clay. AD, I didn't like her from in the pods when you know, she was getting to know Clay and Matthew was talking to, I think the girl name was Amber. And after she had that conversation with Matthew, and they went back inside the what was it called? The quarters, or whatever it was called, where they live. And they were talking, well, no, Amber started talking to AD, and Amber basically told AD almost everything this man said to her, right? And she just listened. So when AD didn't say anything, I'm like, oh, good, you know, it is what it is, because everybody trying to find love, trying to fight whatever, right? And when, I think it was like the next day, or maybe, because I don't know how that should be running. Like, it could probably be showing like it's next day, but it could have been the same day, just earlier or something like that. But when I think it was like the next day or whatever it was, but the next clip, when AD told Amber everything this man said, and Amber left, because I really think Amber and Matthew would have went on, because I said, like, with AD, when you found out about Matthew, okay, I see how you are, and I would have just, you know, let it go. I wouldn't have, you know what I'm saying, I really wouldn't have entertained him like that or whatever, but I would have let it go. I wouldn't have ruined the chance for Matthew and Amber to even just see where things would go. But now you hurt this damn girl feelings. She left crying, because I felt like AD should have shut her damn mouth and not even told Amber what he was telling her, because they're all trying to find love. Like, y'all, some of y'all probably all got fed the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Because they just trying, you know, whatever. Like, that's just how he felt, because it was just y'all two he was talking to. You know what I'm saying? So I don't see nothing wrong with him feeling that same way about you, because he's trying to see where this is gonna go. But for AD to go and tell this girl this stuff and had this girl all emotional and left, I didn't like that, me personally. You can comment down below and let me know how you feel about that. But from that segment with AD, I really didn't like, ma'am. Right? So, and then when she was talking to Clay, and she went in there all upset, telling Clay everything about Matthew, and Clay was like, you telling me all this stuff? That has nothing to do with me. Like, nothing. He was right. Because even if I'm in the positive, I'm not going to tell the person who I'm trying to think about somebody else I'm dating. You're really not even going to know who I'm dating unless you bring it up or something like that. But I'm not going to tell you, because we're all there for a cause at the end, like to get proposed to, whatever. But with Clay and the pods with AD, I think she should have left his ass in the pods, and that could have been that. But of course, she was saying like how she's a fixer. She want to see what the end gonna be, so she gonna keep on going and see what this man is about, right? And she did, and she saw. You know, he had so many times where Clay was basically telling her how he wasn't ready for marriage. So many different clips he kept telling her the same thing. Clay went on there for a girlfriend. Clay wanted a girlfriend. Clay wasn't looking for a wife. Now, granted, when you go on that show, you are looking to be a husband, a wife, and all that kind of stuff. Because so I wouldn't say like, oh, if y'all come to agreement where y'all can just date and then eventually get married, but that's not the experience. The experience is love is truly blind, to where you find somebody without even knowing what they look like, go on, at the end, you say yes, y'all go to be married. That's the experiment. But Clay was looking for a girlfriend, then could turn into a wife, possibly, type of thing. But that's what Clay was looking for. And you was ignoring the signs. He told her so many times how he wasn't ready for marriage. So I don't really know how she was shocked. But then again, we don't see everything, so I don't know if he was switching up or changing a little bit off camera, you know. But yeah, and then how now people saying that her and Clay are, you know, dealing with each other and stuff like that. And I'm just, my thing is like, if you guys watch my vlogs or anything about me, or when I have my talks, and my friends, everybody know, I tell them this all the time, and I'm gonna keep saying it. If you're going to deal with something, you deal with it. Don't cry about it. Don't complain about it. Don't worry yourself about it. If you're going to deal with mess, you deal with it. Only you know when you're tired of something. And for her to be on national TV saying, oh, you played in my face and you da-da-da, but you talking to him, so that he didn't hurt you for real. You're not hurt, because if you were hurt when this man tried to talk to you, first of all, when after the wedding and he was in that room, girl, if you don't get your ass out this room, like, I have nothing to say to you. Nothing to say to you. You embarrassed me. You hurt me. You, all these things. So for her to even be entertaining him, she's not that strong of a woman that she thinks she is. And then the people be like, oh, we all been there. Stop that shit. We all been there. No, sometimes stand up. If you're going to stand on that shit, stand on it. Because if she didn't say that, it wouldn't have mattered if they were still dealing after the wedding. She made it seem like, oh, if you don't marry me, I ain't about to do this, I ain't about to do that. And that's fine. I don't know if she was talking that before they actually had sex. That could have been a little different if she was saying that before they actually had sex. But you sitting there saying, you played in my face and I'm not about to do this. And if you still talking to him, clown shit. Because anybody I deal with, I'm never going to be like, oh, I'm not messing with him no more. I'm not doing this with him no more. Because if I say that, I'm not. I'm already to that point where I'm not. Because I'm like, shit, girl, I might, girl, I don't know. Say that instead of be like, you going to stand on it. Because if anybody I stand on, you can't touch me. You can't touch no part of me. My body, my mind, nothing. That's done. You know what I'm saying? So for you to sit on national TV, you're weak. And that's fine, but you're weak. But you made it seem like you were some strong woman. No, you're weak. You folded like a damn lawn chair, okay? And that's cool. But yeah, that's what with the Clay and AD part of it. And last but not least, good old Jimmy. Yeah, I think it was Jimmy and Chelsea. Chelsea was so emotional. It was crazy. So insecure. It was crazy. This man will tell you he love you, and you'll be like, really? You do? Oh, you... Somebody's going to get tired of that, especially that's going on to be your husband. You're going to be somebody's wife. Nobody want to hear that. I want to spend the rest of my life with you. And when I watched the episode, when she brought up something he said off of camera, I knew he was done there. I knew he was done. He was keep trying to move forward with it, but it kept being in the back of his mind. He kept trying, because even he said it when he basically cut it off with her. He said it. He was like, I should have cut you off then, but I was trying, but I couldn't because you crossed the line. And I don't blame him. Anytime a relationship, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, with friendship, whatever, if I tell you something in confidence, and when we get into an argument, you bring that up, if I deal with you again, it's going to be with a long-handed spoon. And I guarantee you, you're going to be able to feel it, or I'll just end up cutting you off. Because when I tell you something in confidence, you should never bring it back up in my face, ever. I don't care what. You don't do that. Because anything somebody ever told me, I would never bring it up to you when I'm mad. Never. So she lost him when she did that. She absolutely lost him. That was the moment she lost him, because he was even going to look past the Megan Fox girl. You look like Megan Fox. You look like Chelsea. Okay? Now, she's not an ugly girl. I know one thing. At that reunion, I don't know who that makeup artist was, but ma'am or sir did their thing. Because she was absolutely beautiful. Like, her makeup was chef's kiss. Like, it was, they did that. Like, yeah. But she was an ugly girl, like I said, but you said the Megan Fox, and that man went off of you saying you look like Megan Fox. But I really think he would have ended up marrying Chelsea in the end. I really think he would have. But when Chelsea did that, she broke the camel's back with that. And he said it, because I can't remember exactly what he said, but I knew he was done. When he said that, I was like, oh yeah, they're done. They're done. There's no turning back. But he tried, because it went on weeks afterwards. And like I said, in the end, when he cut it off, he said that. Like, I was trying. But because he said, I brought my friends on TV. So now, it was two of them. All people got to do is, they accuse that one. If that one say no, we already know it's the other one. Because the one who knows she ain't did it, she's not going to really want these people on the internet to say she did that shit and she didn't. So if she deny it, they already going to know it's the other one. You know what I'm saying? Or unless it just be on some agreements where they just ignore it. But yeah, it was only two of them. You can pick and choose which one it is, and the internet, they're gonna find out who's which one it was. Cause I heard it was the bustier girl. I think she had dark hair. I think they said it was that one. But still, like, come on now. He was like, I told you that off camera. And then at the reunion, talk about she was wrong. It's no way y'all gonna say she was right. She was wrong. She was wrong. Because the thing about it is, if you feel that way, I still can't get married to you, because you're gonna always, I can never even talk to that girl anymore like that, or you're gonna always think we messing. And it could just be strictly platonic. You know what I'm saying? So that wouldn't work anyway, because you was going to eventually bring it up in y'all marriage. Because you said it so loose in y'all little argument being engaged. You know, so Chelsea messed that up, honestly. And she was just so insecure, like, he didn't tell me he loved me today. He didn't kiss me today. Girl, what? What? And when he called her clingy, she heard that shit before. When he called her clingy, I started laughing. I said, oh, that struck a nerve with Chelsea. She heard that shit before. Her past relationship, maybe her past marriage. Someone told her that before, because when he said that, it struck a nerve. It definitely struck a nerve. And then one more thing I want to say before I go, because I'm basically kind of done in all I wanted to say about Love is Blind. I'm trying to think. Yeah, but I didn't like how they was calling her trying to bully Sarah on the reunion. I really didn't like that. I really didn't. I did not like it at all. But oh, what else I was about to say? Oh, on the reunion, I think it was Alexis and Brett, I think, when she had that question for Brittany and Kenneth, and she was saying how they didn't like resist with sex or whatever. And when she was like, because if y'all remember the bachelorette party night, and AD was talking to oh gosh, was her name Amy? Johnny and Amy, I think. And she was asking, you know, they had sex or whatever. And she was like, no, you know, she was saying no. And AD was like, oh, girl, now you can, I got to test my car, you know, da-da-da-da. And she was like, oh, they effing. She just saying that or whatever, like, you know, whatever, right? But on a reunion, when they was asking that question to Brittany, and Brittany was responding, and she was like, you know, we didn't have to have sex. You know, basically, I don't have to test anything. And if y'all go back, you know what? I'm going to see. I don't know if I can insert it in here. I'm going to try to see, because it's real small without being copyright. I'm going to try to see if I can insert it in here. But when Brittany said, I don't have to test anything or whatever, the camera crew went right to AD. And when I said, and like a friend of mine, she didn't pick up on it, but baby, I did. I was like, y'all are so petty, because I
first test that out to then make my decision. I wanted to be.
It was real quick. When she said that, it went to AD, and I think it went back to like Alexis them or something like that in the audience. But the camera, when she said that, the camera did a brief moment on AD and then went over. because AD said it was like, oh, I got to test drive, whatever. I can't think, I got to do all this. And her feelings, like all that talking crazy. Well, no, because she said that playing in my face at the end. But sex played a part. So I don't know if Clear's giving it to her, which I could see I could see he giving it to her. But yeah, because ma'am, if she dealing with him, she ain't who she really thinks she is. But anyway, that was my thoughts. And I'm sorry if I talk fast, because I do. Sorry. But that was my thoughts on Love is Blind. You can comment down below and let me know. And I'm going to try to see if I can insert that clip, because it's real short. And put it in here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But yeah, that's all I really wanted to, because I was going to talk about my vlog, but I was like, no, I want to do a Talk to Mesia anyway. So this is a great topic for me to do my Talk to Mesia. So it's on Love is Blind. And if you watched it, comment down below. Let me know if you agree with me, because we can agree to disagree, but I ain't arguing with a stranger. So yeah, that's it. Yeah. If you got into the end of the video, I appreciate you so much. If you are new here, please consider subscribing. And if you are returning, thank you so much for keep coming back and watching my videos. Until my next Talks with Mesia, you guys have a great one. Thank you for watching. Bye. I know it was one person I left off, and it was Trevor. And when I tell you, I felt so bad for Trevor, but in Trevor's defense, this is what I got from it. He was dealing with someone that was very toxic, and he wanted to go and see what this experiment could do for him and all that kind of stuff, and just see if he can just find love without looking at a face or finding someone attractive. And when it didn't work out with Chelsea, then he resumed back texting this girl, because I mean, love doesn't go away. I don't care what the situation is. When you love somebody, sometimes you're just going to love them forever. You just can't love them in the way that you want to love them. So I think that's what it was in my defense for Trevor. But other than that, Trevor looked like a dog with his tail tucked under. It was so embarrassing. But yeah, I forgot about that part. So comment down below and let me know about that part. But I left that part off.
Quay out here having this way, and like the third me go out, take